Hey everybody, I mentioned a while back that I was going to go ahead and do some commentary videos. I've been putting it off for quite some time because I really wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to talk about. Um, I actually did a lot of really bad videos on procrastination, which is exactly what I'm doing here. Um, but I'm finally ready. I kept coming back to this one subject that I want to say I'm passionate about, and that is getting married young, starting a family while you're young. And I think that is something in our society that people put off far too long. One negative reason of putting off marriage, because you hear this all the time that you're too young, you need to finish college, you need to get a good career, have enough money in the bank. And honestly, you never will have a good enough of a career and so forth to be able to start a family, to get married. One reason is because the whole point of getting married is to have someone that you're compatible with, you're working with, and you're building a life with. If you built a life on your own and then bring someone into it, it's not the best idea. One reason that I am a big stickler in getting married young is when you put off marriage, you have a higher chance of building selfishness. Let me put it this way: you've lived under your parents for quite some time, and when you get old enough, you go to college or you move out, start a life of your own, and you've been living by yourself. Even if you have a roommate, let's say you have your own room where you share with a roommate, you're still your own person. You get to do your own things. You have your own space, and if you do that for so long, that's going to be your comfort zone. You're really, really going to be used to that. And then, again, getting married, you're bringing someone else into it. Now, they're about the same age. Let's say you get married 35 years old, okay? 30, 35. You've now been an individual person for 30 years, okay? If, let's say you moved out when you were 20. So from 20 to 30, you've been on your own. 10 years to build your own world, your own life. You have somebody else, matching times. They moved out when they're 20, they're 30 now. 10 years they've been doing what they want to do. And now you're matching those two people together. It's hard to do because you, like I mentioned before, breed selfishness. You've been thinking about yourself for so long, and then if you've dated for more than a year, 2, 3 years, you're used to that relationship to where, you go see that person when you want to, they come see you when they want to, you have little fights about when you don't see each other, but you're changing that to seeing each other every day. Okay? When you're married, you generally see each other every day, or talk multiple times throughout the day. If you have been dating for an extended amount of time, when you're dating, that's the best your relationship should ever be. Okay, you're putting your best foot forward. You're having a lot of fun because it's just like babysitting. You get to give that child back to their parents. Okay, it's not like parenting, where you are the parent. Okay, so when you dated for an extended amount of time, you're used to that relationship, and you're used to being on your own, being by yourself. So you're so comfortable with that. Getting married is going to be extremely hard, extremely uncomfortable. That's why not only do I recommend getting married young, but also dating for a very short amount of time to find out, if that's the right person to marry. I believe you should truly only date in prospect of marriage. Why do I say that? Because dating just for the fun of having a relationship, again, that's kind of selfish. I mean, if you're not building towards a goal, if you're just doing it because it's fun, it's selfish, duh. You're thinking mostly about yourself, not a relationship, and especially not a relationship with that other person. That other person might be looking for a marriage relationship, something deeper, that you're not, so it's kind of unfair to them. That's something you need to be very, very upfront about second, third date, how long you're going to date, what your life aspects are. Just put it out there, get up front, because that keeps weird issues from happening 6, 7, 8 months down the road. Or you've been dating for 3 years, find out you never talked about this stuff, and now your life is shattered. You're now, so you started dating when you're 20 years old, you're now 23, now you're going to date someone else for another 3 years, now you're 26, date that person for 3 years, you have 4 relationships, you're past your 30s, you're still not married, you don't have any children, and the dating pool you're getting into, they're not, this especially for women who wait till they're 30, 35 years old to get married, it gets harder and harder and harder for them to find a good man. Because when that good man who's 35, 36 years old wants to get married, he goes back to the 20-year-old pool and finds someone who's 25. He's not looking at someone who's around his age. He's definitely not looking for someone in their 40s. So that's something to think about. But again, extending dating for more than a year. If he doesn't have a ring on your finger and a date set by a year, dump him, move on. It's a lot easier to have a little bit of broken heart for a month or two, start dating someone else, a year later, nothing, move on. And I want to put this out there, women, quit boo-hooing and walking around with a broken heart because he won't propose to you or set a date. Do it yourself. Look at him. There's nothing wrong with a woman asking a man, will you marry me? And then hold his feet to the fire, make him propose out in public in front of all your friends. If he says, not right now, I have these other plans. No. Okay, well, sorry, then I'm going to start seeing someone. I'm going to start courting somewhere else. Because honestly, he's just going to be pushing you back. Even if it's for well-intended means, it's easier to struggle through college, through finances, through life change and so forth when you're young, because it builds that strength for when you're older. If you're used to going through those struggles yourself, why do you need that other person there? Because you need a friend? Because you need a prayer partner? Well, if you don't have friends or prayer partners, get a dog. Seriously. But men, don't wait forever to be the perfect man. I'm not going to say you're never going to be the perfect man, because you're not. That's obvious. Don't wait so long to where you have enough money in the bank, have enough years in your career, and have enough worldly experience. I've heard that one. That was stupid. To be able to marry the girl. Because you're literally just putting her on a shelf that she doesn't need to be on. And throw this one out there. Now, I know I'm mostly talking to Bible-believing Christians. The longer you date and try to fight those feelings of romance, those feelings of sexual desire, the more likely you're going to slip and fall into sexual sin. It's just how it is. Let's be truthful about it, okay? You wait 5, 6, 7 years. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's more likely that it's going to happen. Plus, you're also extending out your teenage years into your adulthood, which is terrible anyway. Get married while you're young. Then you're married. All the sexual passion you want, right there. You got a person to do it to and with. Not sure that always came out right. But think about it. If you wait till you're ready to get married, you're never going to be ready to get married. And mathematically, you wait till you're 30 years old to get married and have children. If your children wait till they're 30 years old, you'll be 60 before you see grandchildren and half in the grave. Pardon me for saying it. But you want to get married, have children when you're young. Let's not use 30. Let's use 40, okay? You have children when you're 40. They wait to have children until they're 40. You're 80 now before you get to see your grandkids. And how much fun do you get to have with your grandkids? I'd rather have my grandkids I'd rather be a grandparent around, 48 years old. Why? 45, 48. Why? Well, easy. I'm still young enough to throw a football, take him boating. I'm not looking for AARP or my medication. I'm looking for, what fun vacation can I actually take my grandkids on. And you'll be young enough to where you'll be able to afford it and enjoy it. I mean, honestly, if you're pushing back marriage beyond 30, you are being selfish in one way or another. Or maybe you're one of those people that doesn't need to be married. Not everybody does. And that's nothing wrong with that. It's great to have good relationship with friends. But if you're not burning with sexual desire, if you don't have those problems, you probably just don't need to be married anyway. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And people who say that there is something wrong with that, let them come talk to me. I'll tell them they're wrong. Don't worry about it. Okay? God bless you all. I'm going to let you go. This is one of my first commentary videos. If you have any questions, let me know. I would love to get some back and forth about this. God bless you.